Come again, ladies and gentlemen. Your taxes. And we're going to review fraud after fraud. And this is global. I'm just going to be using that which is in England, that which is in United Kingdom, that which is in Britain. You have to, by my own presentation, decide which jurisdiction we're talking about. And you'll find this jurisdiction is actually global. And also, thanks to one of my subscribers that sent me this information, who I've not asked to share his name, but what I'm saying to you is that thank you very much, that student of mine that provides this information, so I can share it with the rest of the world. I'm going to allow Charlotte to say hello and then hand it over to Hugh to say hello, and then we can get on with it.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm really looking forward to this discussion.
Hi, folks. This is Judge Hugh from Terra Australis. One of my favorite topics is this topic, tax. So having a financial background, that's in my corner. So hopefully you'll find something useful today with me and Judge and Chief Mark and Charlotte. Over to you, Mark.
Thank you. You know, when people come to us, our students, and say, Mark, you know, can we sue the IRS, the HMRC, whoever they are, in whichever country, to pay my taxes in the correct name and the correct language? And then we say to them, of course, you have to sue them to pay your language, pay your taxes in the correct language and in the correct name. And the surprise always comes back, even though they know what it means. It's like, why don't they want to know about your taxes and your God-given right to pay your taxes as soon as you sue them for a correct language performance and a correct name performance? And on the back of that, you know, this entire planet that pays taxes, to who? To find out to who, we sue people, whichever country, to find out exactly who we're paying taxes to. Full stop. I mean, that is as simple can be. Why do not people step up? Well, later this evening, sorry, I beg your pardon, why don't people step up in their millions and sue for the correct language and correct name performance? I don't know. But those people that come to us, they get it. What keeps you in bondage? Paying something to somebody or some organization you know nothing about. And the IRS, the MHMRC don't even give you a receipt for it. And then when you make your submission means to bow to somebody. What do? They say, thank you very much for your contribution. What? I thought it was mandatory, but you're now calling it a contribution? It's like none of it makes sense. So perhaps, you know, after this presentation that we've put together, which is simplicity itself, yeah, you guys will get it all over the world. And the job of Charlotte and Hugh is to question me, and I will question them, you know, essentially interrogate each other, so we don't miss out on any of the runs on a ladder. Because we know these things inside out, and it's our tragic, you know, presumption and assumption that you two in webinar land, YouTube land, knows the same thing. So we'll be bouncing off each other, all right? So let's get to it.
Okay.
So what we're looking at here is the UK Shield, what they call the Royal Coat of Arms, the coat of arms. Okay? Another word for a shield. Full stop. And we live in an English country. That's obvious. Americans live and speak an English language. the federal government, or be it the de facto federal government, language of operation is English. Every airplane pilot has to speak English. That's the language of the federal government. And yet, in Parliament, in United Kingdom, Great Britain, the preferred language on all of their paraphernalia is in French. What the hell? Does that mean if I have a shield in England that's written in Martian language, that I am actually being occupied by a Martian? If my shield in this country has the language of Japan in it, and Japan's paraphernalia, symbolisms, does that mean that I've got something to do with Japan and perhaps Japan owns this country? Why is this shield? I've got to ask the question. Why is a English shield got French writing on it? Why is the word mortgage, that is, I think there's 9 or 12 million mortgages in the UK out of a population of 65 million, which is like a huge number of percentage. Why is it's written in French? Why are they selling you so-called home loans written in goddamn French? And damned it is. What the hell is all that about? And we look at the words. Charlotte, can you help me out with these words, which seems to be in italics on Wikipedia? I wonder why that is. Help me out with the French here. I mean, you speak a wonderful French accent, don't you?
No, I don't speak French at all. I wouldn't even know how to pronounce that one. But I do know that if it's in italics, it's not there. It's not on the page. That's language fraud.
But it's on the shield.
It's on the shield, yes.
One of yous help me pronounce it, because I can't speak French.
Come on, you can have a go.
You duet Mondret.
What did you say to me?
Duet Mondret.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It appears that you've said in French, which I translated into English, God and my right. God and my right. And I revealed what God is, who God is, last Sunday, I believe, or last Monday, which is on my website. So we have definitely an old English French word, like mortgage, on the coat of arms, the royal coat of arms in the United Kingdom, used outside of Scotland. It says so, used outside of Scotland, so they haven't picked up the French word of debt pledge. And it's written quite literally in French. God and my right of way. God and my right of way. Well, thank you very much for that, Hugh. Certainly I have the word of God. I prove that. And it's my right, which means I control the 4 corners of a document. I think the audience understands this, and that's why we have 100% success when we sue them for our God-given right to pay our taxes in the correct language, not French, in the correct language with the correct name. Do you think the audience have understood what I've said before I go on to the next slide? Because I do a lot of presumption and assumption sometimes.
So my question would be, why would that be on a shield in a different language that no one can understand? Unless you're French, of course.
Well, if a Martian sticks his shield on my forehead and gives me a stamp on my forearm, it's almost certain I'm the property of a Martian. If I go to Australia and fly my colors, which are standing behind me, in Australia, what am I saying? You're now in my jurisdiction. This is my country. The language of my choice is what I choose it to be. whether that's in quantity